Thank you for joining the broadcast, by the way. We'll be sharing with you a number of key elements all about the future of sports tech and the entertainment industry, and lifting the future of sports because of 5G, edge technology, and the global community, which are united under a cloud umbrella. And if that sounds like a lot of jargon, hopefully by the end of today's broadcast, you'll be brought up to speed. We'd love to have your questions, your thoughts, your comments as always. And we've got an incredible panel that is here to share with you their insights as to where everything's going to be going. We've got a full ecosystem of delivery about what's going to be happening in the future of sports and sports tech, including the suppliers and disruptors of Nokia, companies that are advising and innovating next sports, and also sports broadcasters. We're going to make sure that people love the thrill of the games despite the technology, and even more so as a result of it from the Pro League. So before we start, we're going to have a keynote presentation to share with you the real insights about what's going to be happening if you love your football, especially if you're based in this region. And to do that, I'd like to introduce to you Amar Hina, who's the Broadcast and TV Production Director for UAE Pro League, who's going to share with us the future broadcasting technologies highlighted by the UAE Pro League. So over to you, Amar.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. So let me just go through, before going through the presentation, let me introduce myself. So I'm Ammar. I'm responsible for the broadcast and TV production, as Dave mentioned. We are in UAE Pro League. We're responsible to organize a couple of the main competition, let's say the main football competitions, and inside UAE. And I believe through the presentation we can just I can just highlight exactly what we're doing. So in general, in UAE Pro League, we've been established 2007, and we're responsible for the 14 professional clubs so far in UAE. As I mentioned, we're responsible to host the main four professional competitions in the country. So within this presentation, I'll go highlight the main areas of the broadcast side, TV production in general. So in the beginning, let me just, as I mentioned, the three main competitions we have, which is Arabian Gulf League, which is Arabian Gulf Cup, the Super Cup, plus the Under 21 League as the second version of the main, of the professional league we have. So the production, the broadcast and TV production department been established five football seasons back. And we're producing as a TV output more than 300 events per year. As an example, last year on our rights holders TVs, we've been showed for more than 4,000 hours in one single season. So in general, what we're doing, I'm going to highlight more about how our responsibility in general in the related to the football side. So we're just sending the materials and the feeds, the international feed for the TVs, for the rights holders, and then their responsibility to show it to everyone. I'm going next for a video, like quick one, just to show you samples of what technologies we're using currently in our league, if you allow me. that was like a quick one of what we're doing. So as I mentioned, like 5 seasons back, we started. Before we started the broadcast department, we had an issue of showing our identity. We didn't have one format or one standard for all of our output has been distributed between the TV channels. We had some issues with exposure. We had some. We didn't get like enough returns from the rights, and just the steps we did in general, we highlighted where are we exactly so we can know how to start. We had the bulk of meetings with the stakeholders, rights holders, just to understand their needs. We did like surveys for the venues to improve the venues in general. We did like a proper study for the market, what exactly the fans are expecting from the league itself. As well, we changed the whole internal regulations, and we checked what's happening around the world. The findings we had, we discovered that I'm not going to go through all of them, but more about the technology side. We discovered that the stadium in general is the stadiums are not ready to host any new technologies. Our image is so much like. Let's say it was not that attractive in general. We had a lot of technical issues related to communication, related even to the broadcast side, and we had many issues in general for inside the planning side, and that led us to reach a point to think and invest more in centralizing the whole TV production side. To improve the venues, to host the matches, improve the quality, the output quality, to find extra content for the fans at the same time, and which is the main thing I'm highlighting here is to invest in new ideas. Why we're highlighting the new ideas in general, here in UAE, whenever it reaches to a new idea, we get the support we need. In general, the future is so near, and whenever we stop thinking about the technology side, the train will pass us. We believe in the product that we have, and we were thinking if we want to implement something, let's lead the region. So from the beginning, we start investing in some like the stats side. As an example, this is the tracking and heat map side. It took us like a couple of months to start implementing. As an example, what you're seeing now is more about merging the tracking system plus the augmented reality output. And then we started with the VAR system. We did the first like proper testing in 2016, and by that time only like 1 or 2 leagues around the world were implementing, or to be honest, more like start investing on the VAR. So from day one we were ready, and whenever we got the system is ready from our side, directly we start we utilize it from day one, and we were the first in Asia and first in the Middle East to implement it. As an example, the virtual reality output, the 360 mixed by 180 cameras output, we did the first live experience. So instead of just using it as a VOD or OTT platform thing, we mix it with an option that you can watch live from a couple of angles. We called it that time VIP seat experience, and it's more about living in the VIP area and being part of the game, even if you are away. And you can have the ability to change the angle and just go around the venue wherever you want. This is the augmented reality part. We've been investing in it for the last couple of years, and so far, because we are ready from the technical side, I believe we're going to be ready from day one to start implementing the virtual fans whenever we got like a go ahead from the management. In general, it added much to the output of the broadcast side, and that was more to somehow tease the broadcasters who are investing in the product that we have. This is one of the main new technologies we are investing in now, which is the immersive replay. It's I don't know if you're watching the La Liga. They have something similar to this, which is the Intel view. And from our side, we start investing into this technology with one of the new companies, the startup companies, which is Ponix. And for the last 2 years, we're investing in it, and we're doing a lot of work with them. And so far, it's working properly. And hopefully, by next season, we're going to use it somehow on a better way. Like briefly of what happened with us this season. As you know, the COVID-19 stopped the football in general, and in our region, the hit was somehow more than what happened worldwide. Unfortunately, the weather is so bad, so we can't continue the league, and we had to stop the season this season. And as the COVID-19, it hit the football output in general, so we had a lot of changes we had to do. Like in a couple of days, we had to decide to just go somehow on a new content plans. So instead of investing more and spending time on the broadcast side, we had to go. We had to focus on some archiving materials, more live and digital programming, e-league competitions, and more on the responsibility side of the football. So we had a lot of things to do on the last couple of months, and it was more about sharing the same message of the government of supporting the social distancing and whatever related to the COVID-19 effect. So that was like, hopefully it was not like a long brief. It took me 10 minutes and 10 seconds, so I missed 10 seconds. Go ahead, Dave, for you.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation, and lots of questions and lots of things come to mind.